Genius is a flower of great rarity that grows in the most unlikely places. Recognition of genius is an accolade that usually becomes a posthumous award. Certainly, this is true of the man called simply O.Henry, master of the tale with a twist, and one of the greatest storytellers of all time. The O.Henry Playhouse, dramatizing some of the most diverting stories ever told.
The time? Well, let's say today. The place, Weymouthville, dreaming among the low foothills of a southern valley. Squires and bankers to Weymouthville these 200 years are the Weymouth family. Little Mr. Smithson, the messenger, has grown grey in the service of the family and the bank. He is almost exactly of an age with Master Robert, present head of both family and bank. Master Robert, Mr. Smithson, which is it to be? For only one of them can qualify for the title Guardian of the Accolade.
Oh, confound it, Smithson!
Sorry, Master Robert, but I did knock.
Well, then next time have the goodness to wait till I say come in.
Yes, Master Robert. Sorry, sir.
Oh, what the devil are you staring at? All right, I'm having a drink. Yes, in office hours, Smithson. I've had a wearing day and I felt like having a drink.
Master Robert, Master William said to tell you, sir, that Mrs. Brunton-Jones is out there closing her account.
Eh?
And as Mrs. Brunton-Jones has had an account here
Smithson, I'm well aware of how long the Brunton-Joneses have had an account with the bank.
Yes, sir. Beg your pardon, sir.
Ah, what does my brother expect me to do about it?
Master William felt, Master Robert, that if you'd come out personally and have a word with Mrs. Brunton-Jones...
Personally, eh?
Oh, I'll tell Master William.
No, confound it, I'll be hanged if I'll beg. This bank is not a sinking ship, Smithson. But if Mrs. Brunton-Jones or anyone else choose to regard it as such, then let 'em. Ah.
Very good, Master Robert.
And spare me your reproachful look, Smithson. Frankly, that long face of yours is enough to drive a man to drink.
Yes, sir.
Smithson, I'm sorry. But the fact is, I miss Lucy.
I know, Master Robert.
Nearly 2 years since she died, and I miss her more than ever.
Beg pardon, sir, but there's the grandchildren, sir. There's Miss Nancy and Master Guy and their mother, and there's Master William and his family, and there's...
The bank, eh? Well, let me tell you this. You may be married to the bank, Smithson. I was married to Lucy. 42 years I was married to Lucy. The bank. Ha! I'd rather go fishing. By George, yes, I'd much rather go fishing.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry, sir.
And don't sigh, Smithson. I forbid you to sigh. And if you persist in fixing me with that reproachful eye, Smithson, I'll... Oh, all right, I'll go and have a word with Mrs. Brunton-Jones.
Oh, look, there's old Mr. Smithson leaving the bank.
Oh, you're not going to offer that old bore a lift.
Guy Weymouth, Mr. Smithson practically lives for our family.
I know. That's what I've got against him.
What?
Oh, well, honestly, Nance. I mean, let's face it, all that corn about the family and noblesse oblige. I don't wonder Grandpa's taken to drink.
How dare you say a thing like that?
Well, for goodness sake, Nance, everybody knows
Well,
it.
nobody's going to say it. Not in my hearing, they're not.
Good evening, Miss Nancy. Good evening, Master Guy.
Hello, Mr. Smithson. Like a lift?
Why, that's very kind of you, Miss Nancy, very kind. But I'm off to one of my meetings.
Oh, which one's that, Mr. Smithson?
The annual meeting of the Weymouthville Bird Watchers, Miss Nancy. I'm honorary treasurer, you know.
It seems to me you're honorary treasurer of just about everything.
Well, I expect it's my long association with the bank, Miss Nancy. The townsfolk look on me as, well, almost one of the family.
Big deal.
What's that, Master Guy?
Guy said that's wonderful. Didn't you, Guy?
Oh, why, yes, sure.
Oh, thank you, Master Guy. I don't need to tell a Weymouth that in these parts the family stands for honour and integrity and decency.
Hey, there's Grandpa, weaving into the Weymouthville Arms.
Oh, Mr. Smithson, can't you stop him?
Master Robert? Oh, I wouldn't dare. You know Master Robert.
I ought to. We live with him.
Very short-tempered gentleman, Master Robert.
I'm getting shorter all the time.
I wouldn't dare, Miss Nancy. You think he has a business appointment, perhaps?
You said it, with the business end of a bottle of scotch.
Master Guy.
Oh, for... Look, why shouldn't Grandpa tipple if he wants to?
Shh.
Well, what I mean is...
You little creep.
But at least I'm not a creepy little snob.
Snob? Who's a snob?
You are, and so's Mr. Smithson. I'm sorry, Mr. Smithson, but you really are, aren't you?
I don't think I understand you, Master Guy.
Don't even listen to him, Mr. Smithson. He'll grow up.
Oh, no, wait a minute. All I'm saying is we're us. You're you and I'm me and Mr. Smithson's Mr. Smithson and Grandpa's himself. Right?
Very illuminating, I'm sure.
Okay, we're individuals. That's all I'm saying. Nobody's better than anybody else just because they happen to be born Weymouths.
No, Master Guy, they aren't. They aren't better, but they've got to try to be.
I'm afraid that's awfully old hat, Mr. Smithson.
Well, perhaps it is, Master Guy. Being responsible for other people, that's old-fashioned too. And standards, that's old-fashioned. Setting good standards and trying to live by them.
You tell him, Mr. Smithson.
Well, you're you, Master Guy, but you're also a Weymouth. You've about 500 years of tradition.
Who, me?
Yes, you, stupid. It strikes me you've explained yourself exactly, Mr. Smithson. But we can't just duck out and act any old how? We've got obligations.
That's the word, Miss Nancy. Obligations.
If you could just kind of remind Grandpa, Mr. Smithson.
Oh, no, I couldn't, Miss Nancy. It isn't my place.
Place? Ye gods and little fishes.
Guy?
Master Robert would never forgive a liberty like that. Very short-tempered gentleman, Master Robert.
Well, all I say...
Weymouth, soaking it up in the public bar.
Yes, pity in a way. Fine old family, the Weymouths.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes, old man. They tell me the bank's on the skid.
Oh, really?
Yes, shame.
Dare they?
It's a lie about the bank. They ought to be sued.
You're darn right they should. Well, how do you like that, Nance?
Oh, keep out of this, will you?
Keep out of it? Why should I? I'm a Weymouth, aren't I? Nobody's going to talk that way about a Weymouth.
What?
Master Guy!
Well, hang it all. Well, what I mean is we've got to do something about this.
Call for you, Mr. Robert.
Oh, drat it, am I to have no peace?
It's Judge Archer on the line from Reedy Lake, Mr. Robert.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Put him through, go. These long-distance calls cost money.
Yes, Mr. Robert, put in Judge Archer through now.
Oh, that's you, Arthur.
Is that you, Robert?
By Jove, Reedy Lake, eh? Half your luck.
The perch are rising, Robert.
Rising, are they, Arthur?
And the bass are just begging to be caught.
By Jove, Arthur. Reedy Lake, eh?
And the perch,
Yes. Sporting fish, the perch, Arthur.
second only to the bass.
By Jove, Arthur.
No need to drive down, just hop a train. I'll meet you with the car.
That's all right for you. You're retired, Arthur.
As you ought to be.
Oh, confound it, I can't, and you know it. William's well, hang it, you know, William. Young guy is still only a nipper.
You've carried it a long time, Robert.
Carried it. Made a frightful mess of it, you mean?
Well, anyway, forget all about that for a day and come on down for some fishing, man.
I can't. You don't know the half of it. Nobody knows the half of it.
Better be careful. Little phones have long ears, old man.
Confound it, I'm losing my grip. Arthur? Fact is, I miss Lucy. Not much sense in it all since Lucy went, you know.
Yes, I know. So I repeat, come on down here and relax. Reedy Lake in the season, there's nothing like it, old man.
I may have to go a whole lot further than Reedy Lake.
What's that, Robert?
I'm sorry I can't do it, Arthur. Thanks for calling. I'm in conference.
Yes? Well, I'm here, if you change your mind.
Sorry, Arthur. Thanks for calling. Reedy Lake. Some hope.
Master Robert.
Thunder and lightning, Smithson! Will you shut that confounded door?
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Yes, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
I meant shut it with you on the other side.
But Master Robert, Master William...
I don't want to hear about Master William.
But he said...
I don't care what he said. Let Master William solve his own problems. Judge Arthur's right. I've carried it all too long.
But as chairman of the bank...
Smithson, I'm warning you, not another word. Don't imagine you're indispensable.
Master Robert...
Because you are not indispensable, Smithson. One more word and I'll prove it to you. Ooh. Ah. Yes. All I need to say is, Smithson, you are fired.
Fired, sir?
Yeah, that's all I need to say, and by George, I'll do it if you don't get out of here.
Yes, Master Robert.
At once.
Very good, Master Robert.
Smithson. Oh, confound him. Confound all of them.
Now care lies heavily on little Mr. Smithson's thin shoulders. Mr. Smithson's small and orderly world has in fact been turned upside down. But a deeper shock awaits him as, unusually late, he leaves the annual meeting of the Sons and Daughters of the Burning Bush, of which he, of course, is honorary treasurer.
A very good meeting, Mr. Billing. Very good indeed.
Yes. Sure I can't give you a lift back to your boarding house, Mr. Smithson.
Quite, thank you. I'll walk. It's only a step or two.
Well, good night.
Yes, good night. Psst. Bless my soul, what's that?
Shh!
Master Guy.
I thought you'd never come out. Look, there's no time to waste, Mr. Smithson.
No time. Something's happened. Has Master Robert...
No, he's as sober as a judge. That's what worries me. Come on, I'll explain on the way.
The way to where, Master Guy?
The bank. Where else?
The bank? At this time of night?
Look, I told you there isn't much time. In fact, it might be too late already. I lost time running round to get you.
You mean there's trouble? At the bank?
Grandpa's at the bank. Or was.
But as chairman, he has every right.
He wasn't acting as if he had every right. In fact, he was quite furtive.
Furtive? Oh, dear. Go on, Master Guy.
Well, the fact is, I've been keeping an eye on Grandpa ever since... Well, since I decided an eye should be kept on him.
I see. Yes.
Well, tonight he went to bed early with only 2 glasses of port. That made me suspicious at once.
Oh, of course, yes. Master Guy...
Well, I watched. Didn't even get undressed. And about an hour ago, I heard his door open. It's right across the passage from me.
I know, Master Guy.
Smithson, he was sneaking down the stairs with a suitcase.
A suitcase?
And what's worse, he didn't take the car. He walked to the station. I followed him.
The railway station?
The railway station. And he bought a ticket.
Good heavens.
Now, the point is, there's a train to the south coast at midnight. That's in 20 minutes.
But
All right, now, here's the drill. He leaves his bag at the station and off he goes. Furtively. All round the back streets and finally to the bank. Furtively, mind you, Mr. Smithson.
But are you sure? I mean, I can't imagine Master Robert being furtive.
Exactly my point. But he was. So what's he up to?
Well, he could go into the bank for any number of reasons, of course.
Furtively?
Oh, dear.
Oh, come on, Smithson, let's go.
Yes. How long since he went into the bank, Master Guy?
Not very long. I'd have sneaked in after him, but then I remembered the alarm.
Oh, bless my soul, yes, the alarm.
Well, it doesn't ring if you use a key, and I remembered you've got a key. Right, hold it. Here we are. No lights, eh? That's suspicious.
Unless he's already left, Master Guy.
Look, see that? A torch flash. inside the bank.
Why would Master Robert use a torch in his own bank?
Search me, Smithson.
Master Guy.
Get your key, Mr. Smithson. We're going in there after him.
But what can we do?
Find out what he's up to first. Then we can decide what to do. Oh, watch your feet. Oh, it's so darn dark in here. Don't trip, Mr. Smithson.
Light. Down there. There's a light on down there.
Gosh. Isn't that the way down to the vault?
Yes. It's the vault. And look, the vault door's standing open.
So it is.
The vault. He's in the vault. Why should Master Robert go in the vault?
And furtively. Get back. He's coming out.
Oh, dear, this is dreadful.
Shh, shut up. He'll hear us. You see that, Mr. Smithson?
His briefcase. It was bulging, Master Guy.
He's rifled the vault. He's pinched the lot.
Don't say that.
Well, let's face it, you can see for yourself. He's clearing off with all the cash he can carry.
Don't say it, you hear me?
Making a getaway on the midnight train because he thinks there won't be an alarm till tomorrow. And by that time, we'll all try to cover up madly and...
No, I won't have it, Master Guy.
Well, you think I like it? I'm a Weymouth, you know.
In a manner of speaking,
By Jove, Mr. Smithson, it's as black as the ace of spades in here. You think we can find our way out?
I could find my way about the bank blindfold. 50 years I've been the bank's messenger, Master Guy. 50 years.
Yes, I know. Jolly poor show, Smithson. There he is, over there, Mr. Smithson, on the station, see?
Yes, Master Guy, I do see.
I'm scared. I mean, after all, well, hang it, what can we say to him? What I mean is, well, he's grandfather.
I'm a very short-tempered gentleman, Master Robert.
Oh, look at the time, it's almost 12. Mr. Smithson, let him go. Let him get on the train and go. There's no one to see him except Sam Brown, the station master, and he's practically decrepit.
Let him go after rifling the vault, and him a Weymouth?
Well, there's nothing we can do. He'd just get angry, and you know how angry. He'll deny it, and then we're witnesses, and... Oh, let's go home, Mr. Smithson.
You go home, Master Guy.
Me?
Yes, you go on home and go to bed.
But...
You're to forget you ever saw all this. Understand, Master Guy?
But, Mr. Smithson...
I've no time to be standing about arguing with you, Master Guy. You do as you're told now.
Well, I'll be blowed, Mr. Smithson. You just sound like grandfather.
Did you hear me? I said get along now, and leave this to me.
Confound it, who's that?
Evening, Master Robert.
Evening? It's midnight. That you, Smithson?
Yes, sir. That's who it is, sir.
What the devil are you doing on the station at this hour of the night?
Oh, just passing, Master Robert.
Eh? Ah, ridiculous. You'd better get home out of the night air, Smithson. You'll hardly be worth killing tomorrow on account of your rheumatism.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. That briefcase, Master Robert.
Eh? What's that?
It should be a clear day tomorrow, Master Robert. The sun was very red this evening.
Go home, Smithson. Go home.
Master Robert. Master Robert, do you remember nearly 40 years ago the tournament at the Grange?
Tournament?
You won in the riding and you crowned Miss Lucy your queen.
Oh,
Miss Lucy touched you on the shoulder, sir, with a sword, and she said, "I make you a knight, Sir Robert." She said, "Rise up, pure and fearless and without reproach." Miss Lucy said something like that, sir. And then there's the other time when Miss Lucy lay on her last bed, and she sent for me, sir, and she said, "Smithson, I want you to take care of Master Robert."
Now look here, Smithson.
He's apt, she said, to be fractious and short-tempered at times, and perhaps he'll curse at you when you try to persuade him, and he needs somebody round who understands him. He's like a child sometimes, Miss Lucy said, but he's always been... These were the last words she ever said to me. He's always been my knight, pure and fearless and beyond reproach.
You old windbag. Lucy said that, did she? And we haven't kept the scutcheon any too clear, have we?
The train, sir, it's due any minute.
Go on home, confound it! And take your hands off my briefcase.
Please don't take it with you, Master Robert.
By the Lord Harry Smithson.
Please don't, sir. I know what's in it. I know where you got it, in the bank.
Oh, confound you, Smithson. That train only stops here for a second or so.
Don't take it, sir. There's trouble in it. Big trouble, sir, for you and Miss Lucy's children. Fire me and curse at me, but don't destroy the good name of Weymouth. Don't take this briefcase with you.
Let go, Smithson. You hear me?
No, sir.
Smithson, you have overstepped all bounds. All bounds, you hear me?
I know, sir.
You have presumed upon a long intimacy with my family to meddle unpardonably.
I know, sir.
So you know what is in this briefcase. Your long and faithful service is some excuse, but go home, Smithson. Not another word.
No, I won't, sir. I won't. Give it to me. I'm going to have it. I'm going to take it straight back to the bank and lock it in the vault.
Smithson! Let it go, sir. Smithson, will you let go of this?
Hurry on there, please.
Smithson, for the last time.
For the very last time, sir. I'm taking it back to the bank. Sorry, sir.
Very well, Smithson. You win. Now let the subject drop. Understand? You've said quite enough. More than enough. Not another word. Understand?
Not another word, sir.
Well, Robert, this is splendid. Simply splendid.
You got my telegram? Good. Now for some good fishing.
Car's over there. I'll give you a hand with your case.
No, it's all right. I can manage.
Got the stuff in there?
No, confound it. I'm afraid not.
What?
Fact is, old Smithson came down to the station and vetoed the whole proceeding.
Smithson? You mean your messenger?
Well, he's rather more than that. The old fellow means all right. Well, I'm thinking he is right. Somehow he found out what I had in my briefcase, though I hid it in the bank vault and sneaked it out at practically midnight.
Good heavens.
Yeah. Fact is, I've been indulging a little more than a gentleman should, and he laid in wait for me with some rather convincing arguments.
Good grief, the devil he did.
Arthur, I've decided I'm going to give up drinking. Man can't keep it up and be quite what he'd like to be, and as Lucy would say, well,
I have to admit Smithson's arguments can't be conscientiously overruled. You were hitting that bottle a little hard, you know.
Still, there were 2 bottles of the finest old silk velvet scotch in that briefcase you ever wet your lips with.
Silk velvety?
Yeah. I wonder what Smithson would do with it.
The world of O.Henry was a fascinating forum in which the poor and the wealthy, the sad and the gay rubbed shoulders in the most diverting fashion. Each had a story to tell. This was one of them, brought to you in the O.Henry Playhouse. This was an Artransa production, dramatized by Kay Keavney and produced by Jim Bradley.